Hello and welcome to our virtual tour of our 2021 Toyota Prado GXL. A little bit about us here at Pacific Toyota and Lexus of Cairns. I'm standing at one of two of our pre-owned vehicle yards. We go through about 200 vehicles in a month, making us the largest pre-owned vehicle department in Queensland. As you can see, we've got quite a variety of vehicles here at the main yard, just near DFO of Cairns. And as you make your way towards the city, you would actually come across our second pre-owned vehicle yard as well. Across the street there, we've got the brand new part of Toyota and Lexus with parts and services just out the back. And we've even got our very own showroom where we actually photograph each and every vehicle that comes through onto the yard. Now, throughout the video here, we'll be going around the Prado in complete detail, just pointing out any blemishes that may appear at first point of sale. So we'll start down around the front, just checking out the bumper, keeping an eye out for any stone chips, scratching, knocks or damages that may appear. Make sure she's nice and tidy. Light little hairline marking, doesn't even feel like it's split through the paint there. So I may be able to get that buffed out. But they're the type of imperfections we like to point out and be completely transparent in these videos. Now, you've got plenty of tyre tread up and underneath the arches there. Nice and tidy, no rust or red dust. And as we make our way across the bonnet, no dings, dents, or damages. No stone chips or imperfections either. Nice and tidy. Down that passenger side, nice straight bodywork. As you can see, no imperfections. Just check out that passenger front for you. Again, plenty of tyre tread. Now that is part of the roadworthy certificate included in that driveway price here in Queensland. And as we make our way down that passenger side, nice and tidy. Keep an eye out, make sure there's no dings, dents. Nice straight bodywork down that passenger side. Just give that reverse angle. Beautiful. Now the passenger rear, great. See that consistency as we're making our way around with that tyre tread. Very minimal, if any, markings or imperfections. Around the back, a light little marking just there. So like I said, we do like to try and be transparent in these videos and point out any imperfections we can find. On the rear though, you do have your proximity sensors and obviously that built-in reverse camera. We'll see in action a little bit later on. But even checking out that spare wheel carrier, normally you get a couple of markings as it does stick out a bit more than the rest of the vehicle, but good to see that one's nice and tidy. But on this driver's side, you got a little bit of imperfection just there. While we're back here, we'll check out the back. Just making sure she's nice and tidy inside, no damages to the carpet or anything. Make sure the seat's still in good condition. Beautiful. Just checking the plastics and the trims and that, making sure there's no hidden damages or red dust or that's starting to show. As we can see, a couple light markings along the back there. Now, normally that does get very marked up, so that is actually quite minimal for a Prado, which is good to see. But obviously a good way to check how much wear and tear has actually been through that back end is how damaged that back plastic actually is. Driver's side, nice and straight. We'll check that fourth and final wheel just to make sure that consistency is keeping up around the vehicle with that depth in the tyre tread and the cleanliness. And down that driver's side, very common, you get a couple of little markings inside the driver's door. They are to be expected, it is most commonly used. At the end of the day, they're the type of imperfections we like to be pointing out. Yes, and the windscreen, just make sure there's no chips or cracks. Again, that is part of the roadworthy. No dings, dents or hail damage up on the roof there. Beautiful. So exterior, nice and tidy. There's a couple of little minor imperfections to be expected being a pre-owned vehicle, but we'll also make our way through the interior, making sure it's just as well looked after. So things like the door cuts, any little bits of wear and tear that you may potentially find, a little marking like that on the rear door. The type of things we do like to be pointing out in the video. At the end of the day, also making sure though the seats are in good condition, making sure there's no big cuts, tears, stains or burns. And you've even got the rubber floor mats that have been fitted back here. Not trying to hide anything, just making sure this is well looked after. But the layout of the vehicle, you've got your air conditioning controls for the rear with those vents all the way back to the third row, and that roof lining in excellent condition. Driver's door now, like I said, most commonly used, so wear and tear, it is likely to show up on this one over any of the others, as you can see on the handle there. But the rest of the door cut, no big scuff marks or scratching. You've got all auto windows in your locking there as well. Rubber floor mats up front also, and that driver's seat, very common for the Prados. They cop a little bit of wear and tear on the side. It's just the type of material that's used, but nothing that's actually split through. What we'll do though, we'll jump in and start it up for you. So you got the 2 keys, push button start on the right hand side here. So put on the brake, close her up. So next to the push button start, you do actually have your window controls for the electric folding side mirrors. So make sure that they're all working. Beautiful. And then just in below, you've got a couple of other controls just down in here for your things like auto high beams and wipers and DPF there. Right hand side of the steering wheel though, to do with your cruise control, your adaptive cruise, lane departure, and all your controls for the little display screen up top. And the left hand side, all to do with the Bluetooth hands-free. Obviously once the phone's connected, a lot more to control. But as we have a look up here, 55,010 kilometers, and we'll check that authenticity shortly with the service history. And you can have a bit of a flick through things like digital speedo and that, and set that up as you please. But as we make our way across, you've got the large touchscreen display, just making sure it's all working. So you've got the built-in sat nav there. It is where your reverse camera shows up out the back, giving you great vision out the rear there. And as you make your way down, you've got all your dual climate control air conditioning. And just below, all your things like your four-wheel drive, your center and rear diff locks and everything like that, all in the one little area. But like most nowadays, it's in an automatic with your connections actually just behind your 12 volt and your USB. Plenty of storage, still in an excellent condition up front here as well. No major damages or wear and tear. Just check out that passenger handle first. Nice and tidy. Like I said, it is the driver's one that cops the most wear and tear. That's why we like to point them out in the videos. And the dash, make sure there's no fading, cracking or stickiness. Again, part of that roadworthy. Just checking we've got all the books. We'll have a bit of a flick through the service history for you. So from the beginning here, so as you can see, they did it at 15,000. They did it again at 34,000. Next service was at 47,000, and then we've just done one at 55,000 Ks. So next service isn't due for until 65,000 Ks, giving you a good bit of time. Last but not least though, we'll jump out, have a look underneath the bonnet while she's running. Obviously make sure things like those services have paid off for you. Beautiful, nice and easy with the shocks on the side. But as we have a look underneath, making sure again there's no rust or red dust, nice and tidy. There's no major knocks, rattles or squeals. And as we listen to that engine run, that diesel motor is just ticking over nicely. That was our virtual tour of our 2021 Toyota Prado GXL. I hope you enjoyed and look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you.